and you're looking very beautiful tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sitting here doing double duty because as we record this is election night.
Yep.
so
Wait.
so
Wrong side.
so
Wrong
sit,
side.
yeah, oh yeah, so yeah, she wrote. They voted. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So there you go.
Sure did.
So and I don't care about politics because they ain't about that, what have you. But Lord, but I hope it goes the way that I wanted to go. Cause man,
Yeah.
I don't want to see the alternative. I swear, it
Nope.
ain't good. But
No.
unless you are white, straight male and Christian, nothing that Trump is not going to help you. No,
No. Never. Not a day in your life.
no doubt, no doubt. So other than election night, how you doing, baby girl? And
You know,
I apologize for saying, baby girl, please forgive me. You know, I'm about to turn 50. You know, I don't want to offend anybody, but go ahead.
I'm all right. I'm actually recovering from a reconstructive surgery. I had a
Mm,
double mastectomy last summer, and
mm.
so this late summer, I had my first reconstructive surgery. So I'm actually still recovering.
Oh my God! And I know you're doing. Are you going through physical therapy and all that?
I'm going to start soon. I'm still only it. I got surgery on the 11th of
Mm-hmm.
October, so it hasn't even
Oh,
been a month yet.
oh my goodness! Mm, 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 mm.
But I
And
still wanted to put on a face today for you.
well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's get to it a little bit.
Okay.
Now, to my smokers, you know that I am here to bring you the industry, all spectrums of it, all parts of it. Now, what is interesting that I have interviewed, talked about the transgender side of porn. I have talked about the gay side of porn. Yes, I done had a man describe
Hmm.
what it feels like to have nut shot in your mouth and in your face. Yes, people. But this is different because it's a side of porn that you didn't think about, know about, think it existed. And it proves my point. There's a kink for everybody. So you was on a panel on XBiz that I saw on your page.
Hmm.
So please tell everybody what the panel was about, and I'll shut up.
I was asked to be on a panel through XBiz, not through XBiz, but through another creator. She organized the entire thing and had us all come in for XBiz to do the panel to discuss disability and access in porn.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And really, there's so
Yeah,
much
people,
on
it's about
that
to be that kind of. Oh yes, and yes,
because
people,
there's like
it's about to be that type of episode.
you sit on two
Go
different
ahead, baby.
sides, and you understand because you're black that it's like
Mm-hmm.
I am putting something deeply personal about myself in the
Mm-hmm.
world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I hope people positively respond to it. And if they negatively respond to it, what that might also look like, because we want to be realistic. We don't want to just say,
Yep.
well, everyone's going to love it no matter what. We're going to
Mm-hmm.
think about what does that comment section say where you're trying
Mm-hmm.
to engage with people, but the comments are out of sorts even for your online persona, not even for your
Yeah.
personal self, but for your online persona, and having to deal with that. Like for me, it wasn't even about making it a part of my porn necessarily and saying like
Mm-hmm.
disabled person does XYZ. It was just
Yeah.
it's there. It's just
Mm-hmm.
there. Like no one would say guy wears sneakers.
Well,
It's
I
not like
mean, let's
on
keep it
my
100. Let's keep it 100. We have people in the business that's artistic.
right.
We have y'all get mad, midgets, little people, what have you, in the porn business. How far fetched is it? There's a place for disabled people in porn.
There is, and I feel like if the only people that can reclaim that, just like any other oppressed group, are the
Mm,
people who are being oppressed. You know what I mean? So if you
yeah,
are going to say disabled person has, 10-man gangbang, you know, you are allowing to reclaim that for yourself. Absolutely.
yeah.
I believe in reclamation big time.
And two, also, people don't realize it's a market for it, just like it's a market for scat,
Yes.
just like it's a market for you think of it. I remember that this one of my partners said, if
Hmm.
females go on Cliff for sale and they do a video of everything that Cliff of all the hashtags, you'd be surprised of what people are into, what turns them on, and the whole nine, period.
Hmm.
And like I said, because when you said disabled, I said, oh my God, I'm gonna love this interview because yes, there's a part of porn where fans want to see a female in a wheelchair. They want to see a guy that may have a prosthetic leg fucking the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Period.
The thing is,
Yeah.
disabled
No,
people deserve to see themselves in porn too. It's nice to recognize yourself in something
yes.
that was made by somebody who is disabled. I've been on sides of, of people who I wouldn't necessarily consider my colleagues because I don't know them,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw somebody doing amputee porn, but she was taping her leg back
Mm-hmm.
to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there's so much thought there because or somebody who is an amputee deserves to have that space, deserves to
Yeah.
reclaim it, deserves to call it by its name,
Mm-hmm.
deserves it is allowed to be sexy, but it's not a fictionalized sexy because that part of themselves is it's real. It's something that I can't do anything about.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, and people also, this sexy human being is also transgender. Now, with that being said, time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am. I'm Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Four sponsors to tell you about that you know and love. The first one being Eroticism Magazine, one of the hottest mags in the game. Next up, award-winning, award-nominated. I'm talking about blusherotica.com. Plus, for you people that love candles, I got you there. The Kinky Candle Company. You can find them on Etsy. Link is in the description. And if you need legal aid of any kind, I got you covered. Her name is Mitchell Ferrari, and she's known as the Queen of Law from the Queen City. Just go into the links of the description of this episode and get your legal aid. Also, you can find me 5 days out the week in the mornings at fullswatradio.com. Also, check me out on the sgpradio.com as well as skyhawkafterdarktv.com. Now, I'm going to sit back and let this gorgeous, beautiful person who has jumped through probably more hurdles than the average porn star in their business, and probably one of the most bravest people that I probably will ever meet in this lifetime, introduce themselves. Tell them who you are.
I am Body by Blunts. I make beautiful queer porn. I am, you can find me, of course, in the places that you can find everyone on twitter.com
Mm,
backslash BodyXBlunts. You can also find me
mm,
on Instagram at BodyBy
mm,
Blunts. I am a creative director of a drag show. I'm an
mm.
artist and I'm an advocate for sex workers and have been for the last 13 years.
Let's see. Buckle up, people. We about to have some fun with this episode. Let's go back. What got you into adult film? Well, first of all, before we go there, what is your disability so everybody can understand?
I am a person who has autism. I
Mm-hmm.
also use a cane and a rollator, which is like a walker with wheels and it has a
Mm-hmm.
seat. It's fancy. It's from the Netherlands. Because I have a neurological disorder that atrophies my muscles and my muscle control. And so, like chronic pain, it mimics a lot of like fibromyalgia. It mimics autoimmune disorders.
Oh my God.
Basically, it means
So,
my spinal fluid backs up into my brain.
mm. So when you do your scenes, because okay, then, do do you do solo content, fuck content? What type of content do you got out there?
Right now, because my whole body is changing. It's been changing for the
Yeah.
last 2 years with the
Mm,
mastectomy and getting this first reconstructive surgery, and I have one more surgery to go in about
mm,
6 months
mm,
to be finished and complete. I decided to. I know it's going to sound crazy, but please bear with me. I chucked pretty much everything, with the exception of like a couple things that I kept. But I'm
mm,
getting rid of a lot. I got rid of a lot of stuff. And so now my priority is, of course, filming some solo work because I love doing solo projects and
mm,
getting to be creative and having nice backgrounds. Even if it's a simple, jerk off video, I want to
mm,
jerk off in the forest.
mm.
And then I'm looking to collab with people, but I
Mm,
only want to collab with other trans creators.
yeah.
So trans men, trans women, non-binary people, gender
Mm,
non-conforming folks.
mm,
That's who. That's who I'd like to film with. I changed all of my gender markers on all the porn sites, so
mm,
I'm in the trans categories now. Which
mm,
some people would say, like, because I pass as a woman,
mm,
that I should just continue doing, boy girl,
mm,
hetero focused
mm.
porn, and I guess I could, but I got to a point because I've been in this industry for so long that I was stagnant and I wanted to
Mhm.
change the way I was working.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, the game is opening up to where they want to see cis women with transgender women. They want to see cis men with transgender women. They want to see transgender women with transgender women. You feel what I'm saying? And I've been saying this. I'm still waiting to see a transgender man get in the mix. I'm just saying. I'm all for us fucking. But
There's
but
I mean
it's
there's amazing transgender performers.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my girl Cassie Cummins, you know what I'm saying, Paris Triple X. Jamie
Yes.
Castles, that's my boo.
Lilani.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the now when it comes to the disabled, I know people want to ask this, is it a market for disabled porn?
Yes. Absolutely. There are so many disabled Americans. It's astounding. It's something like 1 in 5 people are disabled,
Mm-hmm.
which is a lot. It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um, and so in this case, they want to see themselves reflected back. I think we're having really great conversations in adult film work
Mm-hmm.
around terminology because it's as old as
Yeah.
Bethlehem, and we need new terminology to describe things because black people don't want to just mark ebony on everything.
No.
If someone's looking for us, I don't mind putting that I'm black. I am
Mm-hmm.
black. But
Mm-hmm.
when on earth, ebony, come on, we could do better than that. We can do better than that. even
Look,
if
they,
even if
they,
there's
I
a
mean, I
hint.
mean, I mean, they're already blocking gangbang. You can't even say gangbang on the platform.
I mean, if you're not on Twitter,
It
because
just,
when you're on Instagram,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's how you lose
Mm-hmm.
your account. Internet privacy, it's so important. Throw on your VPN, get to
Mm-hmm.
working, and having something like Twitter is like, it's not about liking. I don't like Elon. I am not a fan. So let me make sure, like,
No.
that man is out here doing the most and has a whole
Uh,
company to run, mind you.
but
Like,
see,
what
but
is
see, 'cause he
up?
think he's gonna be in that cabinet if he gets elected. He thinks he's gonna be in that cabinet. He thinks he get because now he got his little robots coming, his iRobot copies, and he figures I'm gonna get in good with Donald Trump to get my iRobots. And I don't, y'all making. I don't even want to talk about politics about this shit, man.
No, but Twitter's that girl because you
Yeah.
can be butt booty balls naked and no one's gonna take your post down.
Mm-mm.
Like this, I hate having to soften or saccharinize our words
Mm-hmm.
because the platforms will get rid of us, like on TikTok where they're like spicy worker or
Mm-hmm.
accountant. I fucking hate saying both of those. I hate it. It's so annoying because I know the only reason we have to is because
Mm-hmm.
of their own specific censorship.
Mm-hmm. This is all I'm gonna say. Porn was meant to be taboo. Now y'all take away the taboo. It was meant to be taboo.
Yeah, that's the
We
point.
pro. I'm sorry. We supposed to say gangbang because that's what the fuck it is. You know
It
what I'm
is a
saying?
gangbang.
It's a bang. It's a gang. They ganging up on her to fuck her.
To
It's
bang
not a
her
train. It's not a one. He could no. They all on
at the
her.
same time.
Yes.
Bang, bang.
I don't even. I swear this woke porn was never meant to be woke. There's many things that need to be woke, but porn was not one
Yeah.
of them. But I
There's
digress.
aspects of there are aspects of porn that need a little touch and shine, and that could be a bit more progressive, but all in all,
Mm-hmm.
there are good voices in place trying to make those changes. I consider myself one of those, but I'm surrounded by really fucking excellent people, so
So true. So why did you decide to chuck your earlier content? Is
you
because
know,
I'll let you explain it.
well, honestly, okay, so I made that content, and the way my body looks in that content, my body no longer looks like that all. At all. And the things that I'm saying, it's not at all. And honestly, it was from a business perspective
Mm-hmm.
because marketing those scenes, if I have somebody who really, really enjoys them,
Mm-hmm.
they're not going to be getting that same thing again. They'll never
Mm-hmm.
get another one of those again. And I was looking at the stats on what was selling and what wasn't, and really everything was kind of like plateaued.
Mm-hmm. I
So
see what
when
you're
I
saying.
took the ones I left up were ones that were actually like
Mm-hmm.
every month I get a sale from them. Those stayed up. All the other ones went away.
Mm-hmm.
And because I can deal with like, some of them mirror what I want to do
Mm-hmm.
now.
And you still had that big booty, probably. So you probably still had that nice ass. So
Yeah. I've been staring at my ass for the last 2 years because there was nothing else to stare at.
because I saw the picture that you took, I guess, on the red carpet. I was like, oh my goodness, that ass.
Oh, and AVNs. Yeah.
Yes, AVNs. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, so so now, because I always talk to transgender performers about it's probably why you would like to work with transgender performers more so than, let's say, the cis. Well, can I call them the queer guys? They're gonna call them queer because
Oh, like
I can't
bi
call
men or queer men.
yeah, queer men. You feel I can't
Mm-hmm.
call you cis man because you're not technically a cis
Well,
man, but
you are you're talking about gender and sexuality. So you can be a cis male who
cis
is
man.
also queer. You can be
Okay,
a
okay,
queer
I got
cis man.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, with
Yeah, I'm open. I'm open
mm,
to it, but I'm
mm,
prioritizing trans performers
sure.
because,
Mm,
especially trans men, I
mm,
notice when they want to do any content with anyone who looks femme, and like
yeah.
I am pre-op, I don't have a phalloplasty yet, but
Mm,
they understand where I'm
mm,
at, and when you're doing a scene with somebody like that,
mm,
there's so much more care and comfort taken because
mm,
they understand and get it. And obviously I'm happy to explain, this is how
mm.
do I refer to my parts, like this is my dick, that's my pussy, that's my asshole, like
Yeah.
we're it's a very clear conversation. how I would like to refer to each of these different things, and I don't have to have that conversation twice. It's one of those unspoken things, like when you
Mhm.
meet somebody from your same culture, and
Yeah.
you don't have to explain whatever the thing is that you were thinking about because they already
Mhm.
understand it.
Yeah, and then too, when you deal with some of these cis men, they want to be shamed of working with transgender women. You know, and to me as a man, I'm like this: if you fuck it off camera, why don't you fuck it on camera? Why not show your face? You feel what I'm saying? I hate when a dude goes shoot with a transgender. He want to wear a mask. I'm like, for fucking what?
Why?
You know, so I can see why y'all would rather just deal with each other, because dealing with some of these motherfuckers out here it's a headache.
It really is, because like they'll be like, "Oh, I'm talent tested, da 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 da," you know, everything, all the other things check out. Then you get to the trans conversation where they don't realize, because they look at me and they just see woman, and I have to explain to them, and I'm like, I don't want to be called a man, but that's what the parts are going to be once I have surgery. So this is what we're talking about. Then it's lots of backing out, lots of I got plans, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, you're scared because you feel inadequate.
Why? Because you got a bigger click and he has a bigger dick.
Because I know what to do with mine and he's got more to work with.
But see, so you're looking to have surgery to turn it into a vagina.
To a dick.
To turn it to a dick. Oh, so you're going, See?
So I'm keeping my boobs, love my boobs. They're great. They're not going anywhere. Thank goodness. And then I would like to have a phalloplasty, a nice phalloplasty, please.
So you're gonna turn your coochie into a dick, per se, with a click, per se.
Well, there are a couple ways to approach a phalloplasty. Some of them you can go the urethral route, where they move the urethra so you pee out of it as well. That is not something I have dysphoria about. So I want to go the other route, where you can get your phalloplasty and you get to keep your pussy too.
Wait a second. So you about to become hermaphrodite?
No, I think the proper term for that is intersex, but that's who was born, so it's congenital. They were born with multiple sex organs.
So for you, you're gonna have both a dick and a pussy. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
I would refer to myself as gender fluid or gender queer.
See, I'm gonna tell you what was interesting, right? I had this conversation on my podcast, on one of my other podcasts, about, because I said it, not trying to offend anybody, but I was like, I see transgender women, but I was like, I remember looking in a magazine where first time I ever laid eyes on a hermaphrodite. You know, I heard of it, but never seen it. I saw it in a magazine, and it was form of a woman. It was a she, and the dude was fucking the brakes off of it, and I was like, if a man has sex with a hermaphrodite,
Intersex person,
intersex person, would that make him queer, pansexual, or would it make him bisexual?
Well, honestly, like bisexual and pansexual kind of live in they're the same, like colloquially they're the same. You can kind of you can switch them out now. There's a lot of discourse in the mid aughts about, well, bisexuality excludes trans people, but that's not true, because if you're attracted to the opposite sex and you're a man and that's a trans woman, that's a woman. You're a man and that's a woman. That's a straight relationship. It's not gay. It's not.
See, that would prove my point. We were meant to fuck. Everyone.
Honestly, it depends on how that intersex person identifies. A lot of
Yeah.
intersex people were traumatized like in their childhood because having multiple sex organs, their
Yeah.
parents would just decide for them as a baby, as an
Yeah. Which
infant,
is fucked up.
which
Which is fucked
gender.
up.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? Which gender they're
'Cause-
going to be for life, and then they find out that they're intersex later on
Mhm.
because you're sterile, you can't have children, you can't bear
Yeah.
children. They finding out later on that they could have had the option, and a lot of them transition away from that because they're like, that's not what I would have chosen for myself, actually.
I'm just gonna let y'all know. Whenever she finish up all these operations, I'll be the first one to watch her porn. I'm sorry. No, because I am sorry. You know how many females gonna want to shoot with your ass? Cis females. Cis queer, whatever you want to call it. Because one, you doing what you're doing, that's gonna make, let's keep on, that's gonna make some money because that's something you don't see. You don't see someone with both a penis and a pussy and an asshole. Can you imagine that double take? Can you imagine that DP?
So I'm getting my breasts reconstructed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after so right now I have expanders in because they have to stretch the skin after the mastectomy. They fill them each week with saline until they get to the size that I want, and then they take them out at 6 months and change them out for implants. I am opting. I'm not getting a nipple reconstruction. I don't want any nipples.
I still suck on it.
I know it.
If a woman had no nipples, I still suck on it. I find something to suck on them nipples.
I know that's right.
So, but serious business though, did you ever really think about that after it's all said and done, you will be a hot commodity to a certain extent? Because like I said again, can you name any performer in the adult film that have both sex organs?
Yeah.
I don't. You know more than me,
Yes.
baby. I'm just saying.
There's a trans man. He's amazing, and this is how he advertises himself. So I'm not like outing someone or something fucking awful like that. And make sure I get the name right so I can not.
Yeah. Please advertise him. Y'all go see his content
Twitter
too.
name is Phallio Daddy, and it's PHALLO Daddy, and their tag is F to M with a cock, and it's like he is not only a sweetie, but just like so handsome, so fucking handsome. Yeah, I would gonna drive out to film with him. I don't care where the fuck he is.
And see, that's what I'm saying, because to me, it's like this. Because, okay, men, we need to admit, y'all do look at transgender porn. Stop. Y'all know when y'all scroll down your Twitter page on Pornhub, you go look.
You cannot fool me.
You go look. It doesn't make you gay, but you do go look because it makes you curious.
Yeah, it'll make you curious.
I ain't ashamed to say it, goddamn.
Yeah,
Big Clit Lee is one of my favorites.
The thing is, like, you can be hetero romantic, but have be homosexual. Like, you are turned on by the same sex, but you can't see yourself ever being romantic with them. So you're hetero romantic. And a lot of people are that way because they assume that being with someone, they're like, am I this? And it's like, well, you're not in a straight relationship right now, but it doesn't mean that you're not necessarily straight, but you're not in a straight relationship. So you got to unpack that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're...
Yeah, because I think part of when we get into this business, even on the straight side, we have to reteach ourselves shit. and break certain curses and teachings that we were taught. You know what I'm saying? Because one, we're granted the grace of sexual discovery. We can be as freaky as nasty we supposed to be because that's what we supposed to be. You know, hands down and everything. So I gotta ask you this real quick. So when it comes to your filming, how much pain do you feel when you film?
So I'm in pain pretty much all the time. And so I kind of do it like this. I can either be in a lot of pain from doing the dishes and chores and all of that, or I can save up that reserve and use it for filming or a performance. So I am in pain during it, but I stretch, I medicate. I'm really good in communicating. The directors know, like, you know, if I'm filming by myself, obviously that's different. I can take breaks whenever the fuck I feel like it. But in a professional atmosphere, I'd rather, you know, whoever I need to look to, whoever that person is, and let them know, like, hey, I need a break, or hey, I need to change positions because of this, that, or this. Just so, like, if we're getting a shot and it's like we need, you know, 45 more seconds of frame, I'll thug it out for 45 more seconds. I can fucking do that.
That's why that person is my hero. Because I be sore. And I don't even have pain like that. So I can imagine, especially because I'm pretty sure that you ride, you do all the positions, doggy style, ride, missionary, cowgirl, reverse cowgirl.
I'm very flexible, and like maintaining my mobility, like flexibility is so important to me.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question. When you walk on that set with the cane and then they see you do all you do, how shocked do your co-stars be?
I've only been on one professional set, and it was for a commercial, like a long time ago now. But people are always a little shocked how much perceived energy I guess I have, but like I prepare for it. I'm responsible. Like I got good sleep the night before. I either ate breakfast or didn't eat anything at all, you know, whatever I'm supposed to be doing. And even when I'm filming by myself, I do the same thing. Like it's a practiced kind of thing, because I want to make sure that when I'm traveling, I'm doing the same shit and it doesn't feel like a brand new routine, because that can feel unsteady.
Yeah. So with you, when it comes to that, that's when it, to the person on Facebook that said, "What the fuck you mean physical prep?" There you go, dumbass.
Oh, dirty motherfucker.
It's a mental prep and physical prep to filming, and people don't believe that shit when I tell them that. Whether you disabled or you're not, or you're able, it's you can't just get on set and just go.
You need to stretch. You need to make sure you got your water intake in. Like, you know yourself and know your body. If you know you have to like squirt, you have to prepare for that starting the day before. You can't just decide that day on no liquids that you're about to make that happen. That would be so difficult. Everybody has to do it for every job. So like, I don't know, like there's so many people who enter this industry and think it's a cash grab, and they think it's quick, fast money. And I'm like, no, babe, this is a career. You can't just jump into a career like that. You have to start somewhere. You can jump in by starting somewhere, but you can't just like decide to be inconsistent and think that that's going to pay off, or get a subscription service account and expect people to just find it by magic. And it's like, no, you have to post every day. You have to film. You have to edit that content. You have to engage with people online. You have to handle all the money and admin. It's a full-time damn job.
You ain't lying. Shit, that's the hard part. The easy part is the filming. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to package that shit for it to sell. People don't realize that. Hands down. So now, when it comes to other performers, because you went to the AVNs or what have you, and even with the Pound with XBiz, how has the regular performers reacted to you and treat you?
Well, AVNs was a little bit mix of a couple things. I'm so glad they moved locations for this new one because the World Resorts were not it. They're just the security there just wasn't doing their job when it came to us at all. And there were too many times where it was like somebody being just obnoxious or harassing where they didn't even do what they're supposed to do. The only, like, I would say I would just call it a small negative impression or of this. I don't remember her name, but she was standing behind me in line at AVNs, and I turned around because the line to get to the red carpet is just it's nutty. And we were at the part that's still inside the casino, standing in line forever. And I turned and looked at her and said, "Your dress is really pretty." And she goes, "Thank you."
Really? Really?
And I was like, "Oh, you're welcome." And I turned back. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I realized, I was like, "Oh, I bet she thought I knew who she was and I wanted something from her." It's like, I don't know who you are because I'm not your market, I bet.
I don't care who you are. I was just being nice.
I
See,
like
that's why I don't like being nice to people. That's why I don't like people.
But I did meet some other really awesome people, like Leilani. Oh my God, what a sweet peach of a person. So kind. She makes me want to move because she's so sweet, and she just seems like, I don't know. I feel like she's up next. Honestly, I feel like she's up next. If I can just say that.
I'm just gonna say this right now. When you finish what you do, you're gonna be up next. I'm trying to tell you because I'm sitting here.
I didn't even think about being in demand at all. I didn't even think about that part actually.
No. I'm a freaky ass dude. I'm sitting here thinking about, because I'm also, now was I Mel Tower was a cameraman. The shot. Just imagine this. She does a DP, one in the ass, one in the pussy. At the same token, the position I'm seeing is reverse. It has to be kind of a missionary reverse cowgirl type situation, to wherever the guy plays with the dick. I'm sorry, that would be a killer ass shot. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, people. Period. Because, like I said, even to the point, like, here's a couple of females that I would love to see you shoot with. Yes, Lord, that should be hot. No, because, like I said, one, you're beautiful. Two, you got a banging ass body.
Thank you.
And then when you add to the fact that everything you're doing with the surgery, you ain't going to help but to stand out like a turd in the punch bowl, babe. Because like I said before, it's like Jay-Z said, there's less of us. No, there's plenty of us. You feel what I'm coming from? It's going to make you stand out because you can do things that transgender and cis women cannot do. They cannot pull off. You feel me? So, what's the term again? Because I don't want to say the other one because I don't want to offend anybody when they got both,
A person who is intersex.
Intersex, yes. They're just like transgender man. You don't see too much of that. So to me, you're about to create a market. That is scary within itself, baby. I'm trying to tell you. I've been in the business too long, people. I know both sides of the fence. You about to kill the game, girl.
I hope it's good, cause
oh no, trust me, you gonna have some. Cause there's dudes that I already know two off the top of my dome that probably would jump at it, and they know who they are. Hey, reach right out. Hey, Andre Stone, how you doing? so, so now when it comes down to it, because you don't, okay, then, because when you do film and you're able to do the stuff that able people do, how does it make it disabled? Because, like, for example, if someone thinking disabled porn, they thinking girl in the wheelchair giving me blowjob. You get what I'm coming from? Dude with the prosthetic leg, got dang it, butt ass naked with you can see the prosthetic leg, he hit the doggy. You feel me? So how does that speak? You know what I'm saying? Disabled.
Well, honestly, it's up to the performer, up to me, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
But, if I walk, I use like my rollator. Canes
Mm-hmm.
sometimes look like props when you see them on screen. And I
Yeah.
want to make definitively sure that they know this is not for prop usage.
Mm-hmm.
So my rollator is probably the best bet. Plus, it looks nice. It's a nice looking rollator.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
so, and keeping it, in the scene, but in the background.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I ain't
Like,
gonna go front. If I was director, no, I want you to play that up. So that and because even to the point, like for the people that follow me in my porn years, I worked with BBW Tanya Sue. She was literally deaf. She could not hear. She was good at reading lips, sign languages, or what have you. So whenever I had to explain the scene, she had to be looking at me. But damn, them scenes didn't, you know what I'm saying? Damn, them scenes didn't pop off. And I did label it #disabled, handicap porn, hearing disabled. And I made sure that she let the people know that she was hearing disabled. Because she'll sit and say, can't hear you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the word, can't hear you, period. So it's kind of like, to me, while someone might look at it as a negative, to me, that's a positive when it comes to your scenes and even your brand. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes, no pun intended, your handicap can be your greatest strength.
mm-hmm.
So how much do you play into that when you start filming again, when you do your probably the role play scenes and so forth?
I plan to incorporate it into the work. It's really important that people get to see themselves in pornography. It's important that, like, when you do see this content, that there's representation there too.
Mm-hmm.
That place does not look homogenous and white. That it can be diverse and it looks diverse because it could be anybody. It's a melting pot of people, because disability doesn't care about your financial status or who you were born to or what town you came from. It can happen at any time, either through congenital or through a car accident or a sports injury. Anything can, can get, can, you can become disabled so easily, and eventually we all will
Yeah.
in our lives. And that's another thing that people don't think about. And it's a lot of, honestly, the American fear of aging. It reminds them of their bodies possibly breaking down. But they, instead of like looking at it like a celebration of the body that you have, it's a lot of reason why a lot of people don't want to see older people over 70 in porn, because in their minds they're like, oh, they're so scared of aging, they don't want to see it. And I'm like, people who are 70 might want to see themselves on screen. Have you
I
thought
can
of
name
that?
2 girls off the top of my dome right now in their 70s killing it. Sika Black, Rita Daniels. Because the game is getting older anyway. Because the younger generation love older women, you know what I'm saying? And plus, seems like the older women know how to move in the business a little bit better than young girls do. Because we kind of saw that with Gucci Third Leg. I don't need to even go into that conversation. But but like I said, to me, it's, how can I put this? It's how you present yourself. period, with your content. Because like one of the things that was interesting, because like I said, when you said that you took a lot of your scenes down, my first thought is, did it hurt your money any? Or less is more. You made more money when you take it down.
Yeah, the money didn't get funny, actually. It got better. And like now I've like narrowed down which sites give me the most traffic and where I want to be. And it's different for everybody. That's the other thing. There's so many people like selling courses and all this shit. And it's like, look, this experience is individualized.
Yeah, actually.
If like they're better off going online and looking up things about accounting and business and how to time manage, and looking up time management, like time management for content creator. They'll just have it for a YouTuber, right? But the YouTube model of success works. It does work.
Yeah.
And they're better off looking at that and then figuring out sexually what they want to put on camera and what works for them and works for the audience that they want to have. Because that's what we're really you're making it for the audience that you want. Not just the one you have, but the one that you want. Now, and that takes thought and it takes forethought. They're not always ready for that shit.
Oh, no. Because see, the thing about it is that's part of, you have to step into this as a business. And so even if you didn't step into it as a business, at some point you have to start thinking as a business. Had a conversation with somebody. I hate when someone say, I'm doing this for fun. Because nothing against it, like put it this way. You're supposed to have fun with this. But if you're doing this for fun, you make mistakes. When you do it as a business, you don't make them same mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen the people that do it for fun, and we see the tests go bad. They done gave somebody something. They done pissed some girls off. They done got called out on Twitter. I'm just saying.
I see more of that more often than anything. These guys that are like, oh, I'm a content creator. And you go to their profile and it's a OnlyFans link. And it's like nothing else on the Twitter, though. It's like, so how do you advertise, and to who and to where? And you could tell that they don't know what they're doing because their follower count is not hidden. So they have like three followers, and I'm sure they're all bots, but nobody is subscribed, that kind of thing. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, have a plan or don't have one. Because otherwise you're just going to waste your time and energy. It's like, how long can you film toilet jerk-off videos? How long can you film toilet jerk-off videos?
Yeah.
Until they all look the same. And
I had to applaud you for that. Please continue. I'm going to shut up.
Like, just go to a different location, damn it. Go to a different room. Lay on the floor. I don't know. Lay on your back and put it overhead. That's one of my favorite ways to shoot. Like,
it's called thought. Put thought into your shit.
That you don't want to fuck up or fail. Like, when there's no stakes involved, it's just like, I want to have my dick online and someone will pay to look at it. No one cares about your dick, Timmy. No, go back to the frat house. No one cares about your dick.
No, we don't. I always say this. The only reason why you know the male Times name that you know because they fuck the right chicks. That's why. They fucked enough of the right chicks that you kind of knew their name. That should tell you something. He had you fuck multiple chicks for you to know his name. She fucked one dude, you know her name. Smoke that over.
Yeah, they act like they I think they are stepping out of their they're fighting out of their weight class with that shit.
No, that's why I tell females, if you want to take this business seriously, you work with established talent. Iron sharpens iron. LeBron is not going to go do pickup with the middle school kids. unless it's for a charity.
That's why I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
really.
yeah.
I've been so very like I've collabed with 2 people in my
Mm,
whole career because
mm.
I don't trust anyone.
The way this game is, you see, I retired, so that should tell you something. That's it. I'm like, nah, it's just getting too crazy. So now I got to ask you this: once everything, you get yourself right and everything, are we looking to do gangbangs, blow bangs?
I think I would love to do a gangbang with all trans men.
Mm,
I would love that.
mm. Oh
That would
my
be
goodness!
amazing.
And are we into BDSM?
Yes, some kink. It depends on what it is. Depends on who it is. There's so much that can go into that because of safety and trust and all of that. So I almost shy away from it a bit. I think until I find someone who is more established or trained under a dom that I trust, then I'll be willing to do it. But
Mm,
preferably again trans.
I see. And two, I apologize for calling you a trans because I didn't realize. I
It happens a lot.
apologize.
It's
You
okay.
know what I'm saying? No, because what? See, smokers, you always hear it one way. We don't never hear it the other way. You get what I'm coming from? And that is what I love about this interview because is I never talked to a female born cis becoming a intersex. You feel what I'm coming from?
Hmm.
And to me, it's kind of like I said. That's the first. She gave me a first, people. Because, like I said, it's that is beautiful. I can't even explain it. No, the reason why I'm saying this because I want people to think I'm being funny. No, I'm not being funny. No, understand this. Is that because you are becoming your real self.
Yeah.
How much did you have to fight to be you?
Mm. I didn't really. I was afraid to come out and definitely like in the closet.
Mm,
In since I think it was my early 30s and coming out then and trying to pronoun change. At that point, I had
mm,
already changed my name,
mm,
and usually that's a typical first step. But
mm,
the thing is, all the other details, no one
mm,
would ever know unless unless we're fucking.
mm,
So for the most part, I don't do one night stands or sleep with people on occasion,
mm,
things like that. I have a romantic partner, but she's long distance, so I
mm.
don't get to see her often. But I would rather not than do. Dating is difficult, but
Oh yeah,
I have a lot of.
I can imagine because that conversation in itself, that's not a conversation you would think you ever have with somebody. Because one, I'm gonna ask you this: how much from your own community you get looked at crazily?
A lot of the times, there are a lot of people who are they're only about binary transitioning. So either
Mm,
you're becoming a man, you're transitioning to man, or transitioning to woman, to femme or masculine. And
mm,
because I'm somewhere in between that, I'm not on the binary, non-binary.
mm,
That's how I label myself as non-binary.
mm, mm,
Uh, it doesn't always sit well with some people, but honestly, I was expecting that from the jump, even when I started coming out. And labeling myself as trans because I
mm,
am. but not allowing myself to feel okay about not explaining, about not having to explain myself in social situations, because there's so many aspects about me, working in sex worker activism during the day, doing adult film work, doing art. There's so many interesting things about me, but the conversations I worry about are the danger conversations. So a lot of the times I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Because
because a lot of the times I do get mistaken for a trans woman. I'm 6'1", I'm very tall, and I'm about 250,
yeah,
about
I noticed.
250 pounds. So
Oh
like
my gosh.
I'm not a small person. So a lot of the time they assume because I'm tall, for whatever like homophobic or transphobic reason, they're like, oh, that's a trans woman. And they want to know, like, how did you start, what were you born as, and and those questions are so, they're invasive as fuck when you're and someone's not, you don't know in advance that someone's going to be asking you questions, and you're just trying to enjoy your beverage or enjoy your night out. Ooh, it's like,
Well, I'm sorry, I love me a tall woman. I don't give a fuck. She can be 7 foot. I climb it. I don't give a damn. Thick and tall. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful mix. I'm sorry. That's just me. But no, it's crazy because you don't hear people talk about that. The shit you got to get from your own people. Because I remember when my adopted daughter back in the day was about to come out, or what have she, and she came out as bi, and her best friend, who was a lesbian, was like, you can't be bi, you either got to be straight or lesbian. And that was in the early 2000s. And so I can imagine, like, especially when you explain what you're doing physically, explain yourself, you would think they would understand the fucking most.
You're like, hey, why aren't you with me on this shit? And it's always some asinine reason that has to do with their discomfort about something that they would never do. But I'm like, no one's asking if you would do it or not. Good thing it's not about you, right? Too bad it's about me, bitch. Like,
And see, they get mad at, like, because I had someone was like, you kept, mispronouncing me during the show. And I told her, I said, baby, you gotta understand something. I'm 40 years old. No disrespect to non-binary. But when I hear the term they, I'm seeing multiple people. No disrespect. You feel me?
Oh, it's just try to think about it like you're sitting at a table, right?
Yeah.
And there's a backpack on the ground. You saw someone, you think someone left their backpack on the ground, but you didn't see who left their backpack, right? So someone will say, is that backpack yours?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. I guess they'll come back and get it. They, meaning the person, because you don't know them, right? That's how you would use a singular they.
Yeah. No. I get it. But what I'm saying is, the same way that they jump down someone's throat when they get it wrong, not because they're doing it on purpose or being an asshole. It's just natural. You feel what I'm saying? It's no different than when females sitting there, they be talking to each other. Bitch, you know you my bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's just a natural kind of, shit. Now, let me finish. But it is funny as fuck to me when they do it to their fucking own. That what blows my mind. You get what I'm saying? There's
a lot of people stuck on binary.
Yeah. Because to me, it's like, how you gonna fuss out dude because he kept saying sir because he sees a certain way where has blah, blah, and you get mad, you blowing up. But then that same person, if you had talked to them, will sit there and look at you like you crazy because of what you said that, yeah, I'm intersex.
I would say I'm non-binary.
Or non-binary or what have you. But I mean, even to the point of you somehow so many conversations came about your procedure.
Oh,
they're gonna
well,
look at you sideways.
I mean, I wouldn't have it in public. I like in an interview like this is fine.
Yeah.
But unless we are actively having a conversation about fucking,
Yeah.
there's no, I'm not saying anything about it. Because the thing is, you could talk about a colloquial girl or bitch or whatever, but that's different than you're asking someone to learn something. You're saying, these are my pronouns. I am actively asking you to learn them. So that means I am actively asking you to self correct. Because just like if somebody got married and changed their last name, we would respect that and call them by their last name, the new last name. So, in the same way as like pronouns, if I go out somewhere and I feel safe at this place and they ask my pronouns, I'm happy to give them. Now, if they come back and call me ma'am, I might say, oh, sorry, I'm not a ma'am, because we already had a discussion about they, them pronouns. And I would expect them in that respect to say, to catch themselves. Now, if you're
Yeah,
unwilling to do that,
apologize.
and
Apologize, motherfucker.
like if it keeps happening and it's like 2 minute
Yeah.
spans of each other, then it's like,
That's when now you're being an asshole. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like, yeah,
It
you're
was
not
like,
being cool right
cause my
now.
situation it wasn't like 2 minutes span. It was like here, there, what have you. And then when I caught myself, I apologized. You feel me? But the point being of it is that the point I'm trying to make is you can't chastise one and then turn around and chastise your own, because it looks stupid to me. Because if I'm in the community with you, you supposed to understand the most, because you don't want the judgment pointed back at you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Because at the end of
There's,
the
yeah.
day, it's like, even to the point that the way that lady treated you on the red carpet, just the fact, because you was rolling, with a walker, with a roller.
No,
You
just
feel what
because
I'm
I was
saying?
existing.
Because yeah, you know what I'm saying. Look at
I
you,
don't
because
think
you
she
you
wanted
you.
any, but yeah,
She
I
she
don't think
trying
she
to act.
wanted anyone.
She trying to act like Family Guy. Don't give him any eye contact.
For
You
real.
know what I'm saying? No, you shit. You there, and probably can fuck better than her. Let her ass get on set when she was like, wait a second, she was just with a, and she squatting on the dick. But no, but you know what that tell me about you? You have a very strong will. Very strong will. Because me being a performer, knowing what you have to do and do it with the pain that you have to deal with, God bless you, baby. You a beast. They
Oh,
need to put some
thank you.
respect on your name.
Mm, if
so
only.
so I know once you get better and everything, are we going to some of these conventions?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. I always, I've never been to the Urban X Awards, and I really want to
Mm,
go. I want to go so
mm,
bad. Of course, the T Awards. I want to go to the T Awards.
mm.
I want to go to AVNs if I could make it. I know they moved hotels to the Virgin or back to the
Yeah.
Hard
I
Rock
hope they moved
or
it back to where it's the girls can really cut up.
man, the world resort. Did you go last year?
No, I didn't go. I heard about it. Trust me, it came across my desk a lot.
Yeah, as long as I can afford a room and uh I'm pretty sure I can get passes in, or I think it was 300 last year,
Mm.
something like that. Ugh,
Oh my
to
goodness.
get them
Well,
in. I love XBiz because we don't have to pay anything to get in.
mm,
But AVNs is so different because there's so many damn people that I guess they
mm,
can't like verify everybody to be at a certain threshold or level or what
mm,
have it. You never know. I'm not like seeking an award myself
mm,
for obvious reasons. I'm just there to be there to support, to meet and greet people, to network.
mm,
So much networking is done at AVNs, and That was totally worth it. Meeting
Well,
people.
I just have a stinging suspicion the next 2 years she probably win an award. I'm just saying. I just have that feeling.
If I do
I just
have
have
me
that
back
feeling.
on. If I do have me back on.
Oh, you're gonna be back on way before the end because people, I done held up here for an hour. So you know we ain't touched nothing because man, like I said, I did my research. I thought I did my research. Boy, I was off. In a good way. So you know I got to ask this beautiful person the $1,000,000 question. Blunts and body and blunts. Can I call you a smoke buddy?
You sure can.
Yes. So there you go. They will be back here on the Smokers Lounge. And when they get it, get their body right, I'm going to see if they can come to the Premium Smoke Room. That's right, people. One of two ways to get some special subscription type content from the Smokers Lounge. That's right, the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans. 6 premium podcasts we do enjoy, plus special events. It gets more candid, it gets more provocative, it gets more wilder, it gets more unpredictable. The conversation gets more saucier. Tits pop out, dildos might pop out. You don't know unless you subscribe. And if you want to see my work and see me give ladies the work, because big dicks grow in the sticks, that's why they used to call me Big Country, I got a XXX store that you would love and enjoy. Also, for my Spotify users that are listening, I got you also. I got a subscription side on Spotify. Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers about the industry from a male's perspective, or excuse me, cis male perspective. Well, cis male, you get the gist. But anyway, plus over 400 episodes ranging from limited podcast series that I did in the past, premium smoke podcast episodes that's not on Loyal Fans, and some special stuff strictly for my Spotify users. So you got 2 ways to subscribe. You can either be a premium smoker or you can get some savage smoke or get both. Either way, just subscribe. So Miss Body and Blunts, can you tell everybody where they can spend money on you and find you and all that good stuff and see the transformation as it happens?
You can follow me on Twitter. That's where you're going to see a lot of updates. And that is BodyXBlunts, like cuts of wood, body by blunts. You can also check out my mini vids, Pornhub, and you can find me under BodyXBlunts. You can find me on AP Clips. Love me some AP Clips, where you can find a duo scene, another duo scene on mini vids, and I believe a solo scene on Pornhub. But more things are definitely coming soon. You can check my Twitter for all the updates.
So there you go. So people, what did we give you to smoke over? What did you learn today? Well, first and foremost, you learned the healthiest thing is to be yourself, to be who you are. It's healthy mentally, emotionally, and in the soul. And that there's many parts of the porn business. There's many kinks, there's many fetishes, there's many ways for ladies and gents to make money in this business. See, we just showed you disabled porn. You never thought there was a such thing, but it is. And a lot of us are disabled, many mentally, autistic, suffer with depression, anxiety. Hell, we didn't had in the past 3 to 4 years, a couple of them commit suicide. God bless their souls. But that's why being proud of who you are and what you are is important. Because see, if you have any shame, see, it's like a seed, right? Put it in the ground. What you do when you put it in the ground and you cover it up with dirt, you put water on it. It grows. So that shame grows. It goes from Ashamed of who you are. Ashamed of the people that you surround yourself with. Ashamed of the profession that you do, to the point that you're so ashamed, you're ashamed of your whole life. See, I'd rather be who I am and happy with who I am than to sit here and be miserable like the rest of you dumb fucks. You feel me? So I hope y'all learned something. Oh, and the last thing too, learn to unlearn things. See, I'm about to hit 50. And there's a lot of unlearning I had to do to be in this business, in this world. From porn to having family members that are part of the LBGTQ community. Having conversations with my sister about explaining to her what my niece is trying to explain to her when it comes to the term they. You must be willing to unlearn shit to move forward, to communicate, to love. Because if you don't understand someone, how can you love them? And you can't love unless you understand. You get me? So, regardless of how this election goes, I hope we all love each other and learn to love each other and accept each other. See, God said in the Bible, even though I don't really, you know how I feel about the Bible, people, come on. But come as you are. He just wasn't talking about what you wear. So, with that being said, you know how we end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Hey, beautiful, with the blunts, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye to the people.
We out.
Bye.